Welcome back to the Mindful Model Makers Workshop. What I've been experimenting with is, as you know, I built the PS models Simplex. Okay, so that's now finished. All it's waiting for is a loco remote unit to go in that to make it fully radio controlled. But she does run. There is a video of it running. And what I also thought of doing is buying the same kit again, which I have, and now I'm in the middle of turning that kit. It's going to be totally unmotorized, as you can see underneath. It all just runs. I'll put a little bit of weight in it, but not too much. And the idea is to make it into a kind of master and slave unit. On BR, I don't know if it was Tinsley Yard, they had two 08 class locos. One was a normal with a cab and the other one was cabless. And they were permanently coupled together, and because what you do get is twice the power. So obviously these have only got a very small horsepower engine in them, so they wouldn't be able to do a lot. So I just thought that I would just make this up myself. I mean, obviously they had cabless Simplexes. They even had the tin turtle type Simplex, which they used in the First World War, all that kind of stuff. So there's lots of variations, so it doesn't really matter what you make. So this will be permanently coupled, and I'll probably put a cable between the two, because the obvious thing is all the controls would operate from one unit. And I've just put a handbrake on that bit there. So what I've done, I've worked through the bits that I need and not need, and I've cut them up. So this is in its raw stage. Obviously the actual cowling bit that goes over that is a piece of plasticard glued across this. Haven't got round to doing that bit yet, but obviously it'll be the same. It'll be the same colour. I'll probably cut a little brass strip with two holes in that will pin so it's permanently coupled between the two. Yeah, it just makes a bit more interest. So yeah, I haven't, like I said, I haven't bothered to motorize it. Otherwise I've got to connect the two together. So I think it will run successfully. It's quite lightweight. I should put a little bit of weight in there, just more to hold it on the track. But yeah, so this I do everything because my railway is 45mm, but this model you have a choice of doing it for 16 SM32 if that's what you want, but it's only the difference between the gauge on the wheels. So there we are. So this is something also that I'm working on. So this will be painted up. There's still a few bits to go, because obviously where I haven't got the wall of the cab on it, there's a gap down in there. So I've got some bits of wood left which I've cut off various bits. So I will cut strips, replace various bits and pieces, and do all the little pieces that I need to do to make it look quite authentic. I don't think anything like that existed. I think they just put two together. But the only thing is you'd have to have two drivers. The idea of this is so that you can just have one driver driving the whole unit. And of course he can see across the top, so whichever way it's going. So it says running round and things like that. So you can work the unit both ways. So yeah, that's just something that to watch out for, that you'll see running on the railway very shortly. The railway is going to come under some reconstruction, because I've noticed where I live in Lincolnshire, when it gets hot, because it's flat. It's just the wood base that I've used. The actual framing is okay, but the timber that I've used to put the track to has been various bits and pieces, and because it's not one long permanent length, it's done all sorts of warping and makes lots of uphills, downhills and various bits. So in the new year, what I'm proposing to do is, I've seen in B&Q that they do a a kind of a board, but it's kind of plastic. So I'm going to use that, not a thin plastic, because I'm using a plastic track, but it's got all the grooves in. So I'm going to try that. I was going to use an ordinary decking, and then cover it with like a roofing felt, because obviously a lot of people that do garden railways and things use that, because the roofing felt helps to protect the wood and deflect the heat up to a certain degree. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use this, I think it's a kind of man-made product. It's grey, it's not cheap, it's not dear, it's not too bad, and it comes in a reasonable length. So I'm going to trial that to see what happens, because it's been very difficult to keep the thing flat. You need it flat, especially with some of these lower powered locos. Still, if you've got something heavy powered, but I want to do that before I go any further. I'm quite happy with the railway. It goes round, but it's not 100% how I wanted it, because only just living up here for just over a year, I wasn't fully aware of what the weathers can be like and all the rest of it. But yeah, so I'm going to be changing that, and I'll probably show the progress of that when I get round to doing it. It won't take too much time, but I want to build the other structures. But I just decided before I do that, I'll make better the actual track bed. But anyway, this is a project. I did make a little short saying that there will be a barrel wagon coming, which there will. It's just that this came, and I wanted to just rough out the basic structure so that I can then see what I've got to do to turn it into like a slave unit to go with this. But yeah, I just thought it was something quite interesting to do. And yep, if you want to comment on this, just put a comment in the comment box. And if you want to see what's going on with the Mindful Model Maker, just subscribe, hit the bell button, and then that will notify you every time a new video comes out. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. And if you want to see how this goes, subscribe, and you'll see it until hopefully it gets to be like the one at the front. So anyway, it's a work in progress, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye now.